World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day to all of our listeners here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. This is World News in 5 and I'm your host, Steph Vicente. The United States appears to be gaining control of shipping traffic through the Strait of Hormuz, while Iran is losing much of its influence over the critical waterway. The CNN reports more than 80% of vessel transits over the past 2 weeks have used the Omani route, a shipping channel that Iran strongly opposes, according to Kepler. Many ships have chosen the route despite reported attacks by Iran, relying on protection from U.S. naval forces. Analysts say the shift marks a major change from a month ago when virtually no ships used the Omani route. The United States has also reported that oil shipments through the strait and alternative routes totaled about 15 billion barrels or 15 million barrels rather per day last week, approaching pre-war levels. In other news overseas, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has acknowledged an Israeli strike on the Abu al-Duhur military air base in northwestern Syria, despite sharp criticism from the Trump administration. The CNN reports Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu said Israel carried out the attack because of what he described as an imminent deployment of Turkish troops to the facility near Aleppo. He argued that such a deployment would threaten Israel and violate a security status quo between Israel and Syria. U.S. envoy Tom Barrack called the strike an unnecessary escalation and said it did not advance regional stability. The incident comes amid strained relations between Israel and Turkey and as Washington seeks to prevent further military escalation in the region. And finally, Meta is facing one of its biggest legal challenges as a California jury hears claims that the company deliberately made Facebook and Instagram addictive to children. The 6-week trial involves a lawsuit filed in the year 2023 by 29 U.S. states, including California and New York, accusing Meta of violating federal and state laws protecting children's privacy. A California lawyer alleged that Meta knew millions of 11 and 12-year-olds were using Instagram but did little to keep them off the platform. Meta disputed that figure, saying it identified just over 100,000 users in that age group and argued that social media addiction does not exist. The states are seeking billions of dollars in damages and want Meta to make changes to its platforms, including eliminating features such as like counts and infinite scrolling. And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this has been Steph Vicente. Good day and stay safe, everyone.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.